Greetings, spiritual family. How we doing today? Okay, so today we're going to talk about the higher self, okay? You might hear me refer to the higher self as the Ori, okay? Your Ori. That is a Yoruba word for higher self, your state of consciousness, your higher self consciousness, your Christ consciousness, depending on what you believe in, because everyone can connect to their higher self regardless of what you believe in, okay? So my Ori is my guidance. My higher self is basically like, it's like you on your best day. It's you giving yourself the most energy, the most positive energy. It's you at your best. It's you proclaiming what it is you desire for yourself without fear or worry or anything coming up. It's like, no, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. The higher self doesn't have doubt. It doesn't know fear. It doesn't know worry. And I feel like it is your closest connection to source, God, source, universe, however, wherever you wanna put that. And having a stronger connection to God then helps you remind yourself, like, when you're falling off, okay? Because a lot of outside influence could come in and try to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. And it's just like, but if you feel good about yourself, that's all that matters. And that's where the higher self comes in. That's where having that connection to your higher self is truly important. Okay, so it's above your mind. Your mind is ego. Okay, your mind is also influenced by those people around you. You'll hear me say words like your shapers, those who kind of live life before you in your bloodline, maybe even family. They might go to the same schools or they might work where you learn. And they just kind of feel like things should be a certain kind of way, your shapers. But then it's up to you to look at, like, what part of what these people are saying to me is them and their past experiences, and what is like really good, genuine advice. Because sometimes people might think they know what's best for you and share what they think is best for you, but it's only based on their limiting beliefs from their level of comprehension, their level of understanding, and their level of education and exposure. So if someone really has not been well traveled, hasn't lived a life, whether it's good or bad, because someone can tell you, look, you don't want to struggle because I've struggled, and that's a true thing too. So if someone hasn't lived a life, or if they don't live a type of life that you would like to live, if they're not about anything, then you probably shouldn't be taking advice from them. But we don't know that. We are taught. We come to this earth as infants, helpless, can't do anything. Everything has to be done for us. So what is done for us and what's not done for us, we then believe that to be what we are worthy of, what we deserve, and what we should have. But in reality, that's all just a matter of what those who are our shapers, what they're capable of. You can be way more capable you can be way more capable than anything that they could have ever done. So you can't be limited by their life, their choices, the things that they did or didn't do, where they've been or didn't go, you get what I'm saying? It's really important for you to separate the outside noise from the internal dialogue. What is it that you want for self? And that's where the higher self lives. The higher self is not under other people's conditioning. It doesn't live in other people's limiting beliefs. It lives in everything working out for you in your favor on the right time as you need it, right? It's like your own internal bestie. But many of us have an internal voice that is scrutiny, and it is ridicule, and it talks down to us, talks negative. It tells us we're not smart or not beautiful and that we won't be successful. It's up to you to reprogram your mind and allow yourself to connect with your own inner voice. You are not what other people think of you, what they say about you, and maybe what they've experienced, right? They've only seen one small glimpse of you and all that you are. So it's important to define your own inner voice. And no, I'm not speaking about schizophrenia, because if you're hearing Multiple voices, that's something else. I'm speaking about, ooh, I would really like to apply to that job. I'm qualified. Or I would really like to live in that house. I'm qualified. Even if you're not qualified, you decide that there's something that you want and then you take the steps to get to it. You're not like, oh, well, I would love to work there, but that's not for me because I didn't this and I didn't go to the college here and I didn't that. I didn't that. No. Who told you that? That job does not know anything about your past. They're looking for you to bring to it what they need fulfilled. That's why they're hiring. They're missing something and you got it, right? Or you believe you got it, or you're going to apply yourself to provide it, right? So that's key and important. That's something that your higher self is an encouragement. Your higher self supports you and kind of pushes you along too. It's not negative talk. It's not the conditioning of outsiders, and it's not multiple voices telling you to do multiple different things and leaving you confused and not knowing what to do. Ultimately, your higher self knows exactly what it is that you should do, and then it's ego and your past that then talks that down, convinces you that that's not possible, okay? Now, how can you connect to your higher self? What I would like for you to do is consider two things. If you're not already a 420 user, okay, then that might definitely take you to the place where you are feeling elevated and lifted, where you don't feel so heavy and weighed down. Also, mushrooms, okay? Psilocybin, I said it. You could take them in a microdose form, or you can take it to the euphoric level if you like, and that allows you to get out of your own head. It can be pretty gnarly, internalizing some of your own experiences and seeing where your own past traumas have been holding you back. But it's an accelerant, just like fire. Y'all know I love me some fire. But those two help you elevate your mind to another space, another time, another way of being, where the ridicule and the self-doubt and the shame don't live so prominently. You can see it from a different perspective, shine light on the shadow, and then decide how you're going to move forward, okay? Another way, besides those two, I would say, is breath work. Breath work is something that I discovered a little bit longer, okay? That allows you to connect deeper with yourself. The breath provides oxygen to your brain, which allows you to think clearer and not just thinking about the way other people see it, okay? Another way, meditation, guided meditation, sound healing, frequency music, all of these things, anything that makes you slow down and connect with self, connect with your body, become in alignment and realize that you are connected to the unlimited source of supply. And that is unique because that requires a mindset shift. You might have been conditioned for things to be one particular way, and it's up to you to then rip yourself out of that timeline, remove yourself from those beliefs, and reprogram your mind to capability, ability, possibility, and progress, where fear, doubt, and shame can't coexist anymore. Your higher self is born when you realize that whatever it is that you want to do, you express gratitude for where you are, and then launch and propel yourself to a higher, brighter, better timeline, whichever is in more alignment with who you are today, as opposed to the past, okay? Now, if you would like to explore how to connect with your higher self deeper, you know your girl got options, but I am noticing that healing our bloodline is the best way to connect with your higher self, because you're realizing why you think the way you think, why do you believe what you believe, and why you want what you want. My whole house is just full of sounds right now. But again, you're my spiritual family, so we're just going to keep it real like we was having a nice little chat. But anyway, so decide how you want to get to the root of this, or maybe you might just want to accelerate all of it and do the work where you're accelerating with those first two I talked about, where you deal with it quick and then push yourself forward. It's all about your own personal elevation and matching the energy of what your soul really wants for yourself, and not the conditioning of your shapers. I hope this helps you connect with your higher self, your Ori, and that you are able to live a more positive and prosperous life. I'm going to share with you a prayer. I'm going to leave it somewhere probably in the comment section and allow you the opportunity. When you wake up, when your eyes first open, recite that prayer. Thank you, Ori. Thank you, higher self. And thank you for the guidance and showing me what I need to see, and watch what happens for you. Watch what unlocks. Watch what you see, and watch the amazingness that unfolds. Alrighty, y'all. Stay well. Infinite love and gratitude. Ashe. Bye.